Hey guys, we are going live. F-Mart Pro is in the house. Lots to talk about. Another installment of Grow Yourself coming up here. You wanna shout anybody out before we?
My mother, you know.
Yes, mama's watching. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going live here. It's Grow Yourself, another installment, episode number 4 with F-Mart Pro. Just keep it locked where you got it. We got to pay some bills. We're coming right back with it, man.
Laredo, are you ready for the biggest sale of the year? At Family Nissan, we just got our hail money and have over $1.8 million to give in extra discounts. Right now, get 0% for 60 months or 1.9% for 72 months on all 2018 hail dented vehicles in stock. You heard it, 0% for 60 or 1.9% for 72 months, plus additional hail discounts. There has never been a sale like this before. Up to $12,000 in discounts on select 2017 and 2018s in stock. This sale goes on until the last hail unit sells. Hurry in and save big. Laredo, are you ready for the biggest sale of the year? At Family Chevrolet, we just got our hail money and have over $1.8 million to give in extra discounts. Right now, get 0% on select models for 60 months or 2.9% for 72 months on all 2018 hail dented vehicles in stock. You heard it, 0% for 60 months, 2.9% for 72, plus additional hail discounts. There's never been a sale like this before. Up to $12,000 in discounts on select 2017 and 2018s in stock. The sale goes on until the last hail unit sells. Hurry in and save big.
Amazing vibes, you know. You gotta have amazing vibes. You gotta go out there. So yeah, if you have any negative energy, just let it out. And positive energy here, you know.
All positive energy, all positive vibes. We're sending it out to everybody again. If you are tuning in for the very first time, this is Grow Yourself. It's a entrepreneurial based show that talks about the entrepreneurial journey of different individuals in our community who are striving to really make a difference in their lives and other people's lives. And I want to make sure that we're getting enough volume. Everybody can hear us. I think we're good right there. All right, cool. I think everybody can hear us. So one more time again, yes. Grow Yourself, dedicated to that, highlighting that journey of people who are really trying to chase their dreams and make their dreams come true. And, you know, to bring you onto the show, and let me tell everybody the reason why I brought F-Mart on, because if you're not familiar with his work, I have to tell you that you've inspired me. You know, before we went on camera, I told you that, you know, I was watching your videos. I was watching kind of like the moves that you were making. Yeah. And it's actually probably why this live stream started the way it did, you know, kind of like we're going. And the reason that happened was because I was so into the content that you've created, and it's really kind of just, man, it's so freaking refreshing, bro. So, you know, where does all of this come from? You know, where do you get that drive, that energy?
Yeah, but first of all, it mostly started back when I was 15, because like I said, I started filming when I was 13. I want to know that I wanted to film when I was 12. I started filming at the age of 13, at the age of 14. That's when I started filming for people, and I started taking pictures for people, and I was getting paid for that. You know, I was like, wow, this is interesting. You know.
So you started off with photography.
Yes, for different people.
At what age?
13. At the age of 13, taking pictures.
So you were 13 years
yes.
old.
I remember my first photo shoot. I didn't know what to do. I was a bit nervous because it was my first time working with a client. I was 13, about to turn 14, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, how am I going to treat the client? But everything worked out fine. They were happy with the pictures. So that's how I started off with pictures. And then after that, at the age of 14, going to 15, I started getting into video. I started making videos for myself and stuff like that. And then I started making football videos for my school. And that's when people were like, wow, you're really good, you should do it for different companies and just reach out to different companies. And I was like, wow, that would be really very, very interesting. So a month later, like in January, the first semester when I started doing football videos, like in January, Dave, the owner of TDK, he really liked my work, so he wanted me to do his videos and his pictures, and I started off with him, and I really liked it. I was very, very passionate of that. And he really liked my passion and the dedication that I was giving to him, even though I was really starting. And then in March, that's when my dad passed away, and I got depressed for a month, from the month of March to the month of April. And at that point, I was like, what am I gonna do? Do I really want to keep on filming? But I was like, well, no, like time was passing by, days were passing by, and I was like, no, like I have to get back up and I have to do something for my life, and not only for my life, but to inspire the people, and like tell people that if something happens in your life, like it's okay, man, don't worry, like time's gonna heal, and you're gonna push through it. You just gotta be positive through life, and you gotta discipline yourself. You gotta commit yourself to be able to go through those hard times. So my dad passed away, and after a month, I got back up, and I was like, you know what, I gotta keep going at it. So that's when I went back with Dave, and I started filming for him. And that's when I started getting paid. And then after that, I started reaching for other clients, and people really liked my work. And I was like, wow, I'm pretty good at what I do, like I should keep going at it. So I went back doing football videos, and because of those videos, they would get like around 10,000 views, 20, like a lot of people would see them on Facebook. And because of that, I started getting different clients for import and export companies. And that's how I started off, like kind of big, started doing import and export companies. And that's how I started off doing it. And then I started doing short films for my school. And I just figured out like, wow, this is what I really want to do after I graduate,
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept going at it, kept filming for different companies. And then just about back in February, Roxanne Peña, she invited me for a motivational speech for people just my age, like people around 17, 15, and they were really, really motivated by what I spoke to them, and I spoke to them about being dedicated, being committed, getting out of your comfort zone, and being passionate, because without those four things, you won't be able to climb the mountain. And by the mountain, I mean your goal, to be able to reach the top of the mountain, you have to get out of your comfort zone first, because you're not going to be able to reach the top of the mountain just by laying down in your bed. You have to get up from your bed and go at it, and then after that, you have to commit yourself, I'm going to commit myself to climb that top of the mountain. And after that, you need to have the passion, you need to have the passion. Like, you know what? I want to do it because I love it. I'm just not going to do it because my mom's telling me or because they're forcing me, And then once you have that, I think it all comes down to discipline, Because sometimes you wake up and you're like, damn, I really don't want to do this, But the discipline's going to kick in and it's going to make you want to do it, Like, hey, you have to get up and you go do it. So I feel that's what I spoke to them about, those 4 steps, and everyone was inspired, Everyone was like, damn. Like,
man, well, I'm inspired right now. I mean, oh man, dude, I just got so many questions. So, okay, let's pause right there. Shouts out to Two Dope Dave, by the way. And Dave has an eye for picking out young talent, and with reason, I can see why he'd want to do that. But more importantly, you get this break, right? You work with Dave, you start finding out you got this little talent. You get checked,
yes,
by life. Not to get too personal or too deep into you losing your pops, and I apologize that you went through that. Tell me about that. Tell me about what how you come back from a loss like were you all close? How did that, what did that do to you? Your spirit, what did it do to your soul? I mean, what does that do to you?
Yeah, I mean honestly, man, when I lost my father, it was like damn, because he was my best friend, he was my motivation, he was the one who always told me, like, man, if you like film, go at it, and he would always tell me, whenever you go to LA, I'll pay for you, like, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Like, he would help me do DIY stuff for my cameras and stuff, so he supported me big time, So when I lost him, it was like damn, you know, like wow, like that just happened like in a blink of an eye, you know, like he was playing baseball, he got a heart attack and he passed away like right there. No one was expecting that. It was like damn, you know, like life just, it's not like he was in the hospital and
Right.
life prepared you for that. No, like it really didn't prepare me, and I never expected that in my life. So when he passed away the day after, I was looking at Gary Vaynerchuk. I was looking at his post, and it really it touched me. I was like, wow, like I need to get back up and start doing. That was just a day after, you know. But there was something deep inside me that was like, no, you know what? You need to relax and you need to find yourself. So and I got lucky, and I appreciated that I was able to find myself within that 1 month, you know, within like the month of April and half of May. I was able to find myself and to know who I am and what I really wanted to be in life, and that it's just about being positive and having those good vibes, you know, and being able to network with people, you know, because that's how you're going to be able to, that's how you're going to get far in life, you know. So when I figured out myself, I was like wow, like I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to get back up. So I got back up and I started talking to everyone. Everyone in my school knows me because I like my videos, or because I'm always like giving them motivational speeches, you know. So like a month after my dad passed away, I started talking to everyone like, hey man, whatever you're going through in life. And I was like, dude, like how are you doing? Your dad just passed away, you know. I was like, no man, like either I was gonna lose him now, or either I was gonna lose him 50 years from now. It's still gonna happen, you know. So that's part of life. I learned that it was part of life, and I had to keep on going, you know, because life doesn't stop. So you have to keep going.
Do you think that you know, you losing your pops, do you think it made you find? Is that what made you find yourself? Do you think? Was it like kind of like I have to find myself because this happened to me?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, yeah. Because honestly, if my dad were still here, I wouldn't be here sitting with you. I would have still been a daddy's kid. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have been a mature kid. I wouldn't have been responsible. I wouldn't have been who I am now, you know. Because of that, because of my dad, you know, I was able to find myself, and I was able to reach goals that I've reached as of right now, you know. And I'm gonna keep accomplishing more goals, you know. But if he wouldn't have passed away, if it wasn't because of his death, I wouldn't been here at this age. I was probably gonna be here 10 years from now, but not right now.
In terms of now, outside forces, all these things coming at you. This is you're how old at this time you lose your dad?
I was 15.
So you're 15. Most 15-year-olds would crack, I think.
Yes.
You did the complete opposite. Do you? I mean, in terms of your family, I mean, did this bring your family even more closer together? Do you think?
Yeah, it did. Honestly, we've always been a very close family, but after my father's death, it brought us even closer than what we were before he was with us. You know.
You learn to appreciate life.
We learned to appreciate life. We support each other. Like my sisters, they live in LA too. So whenever they need support, moral support, I always tell them, I can't help you economically, but I'm gonna help you spiritually. You know. So I think that's what it brought us closer together. You know.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, your pops is shining down on you, man. I mean, you know, what I see right here is just kind of this fighter in you, and you lose your dad, you come back, and you somehow take that fighter spirit and you want to share it with everybody out there. Do you try to do that with the videos and the film that you make?
That's what I try to do, honestly. Every time I do a video, I try to add a little bit of myself, you know, just have a little message in there, or the music, or an angle, whatever it is, to make at least one person inspire them, you know. Probably 30,000 people saw it, but I don't care if it has 30,000 views, 300,000 views, 10 views, because I just want to inspire one person out of those thousands of views, you know. I just want to inspire that one person, and by that I achieve it by using a song or just by, I don't know, just adding my touch, you know. And I've been able to accomplish that, and I tell everyone, like, I try not to care a lot what people think, you know. but at the same time I do, you know, because I want them to feel something, you know. I want to convey emotions. I want to inspire them just like I've been inspired by other people.
You're a student of United South High School.
United South High School, yes.
You're graduating, right?
Yes, in 2 weeks. I graduate in 2 weeks.
My man's graduating in 2 weeks. For me, high school life was probably I want to say it was like the pinnacle of inspiration for me. I mean, from the way we dress, you know, the way we talk, the way what music we listen to, our clique, our circle, the people that we surround ourselves with. High school isn't easy. I look back on it, and high school isn't easy. You know what I'm saying? And especially because now you lost your, I want to say, who was your mentor.
Yeah.
And now you're getting ready to kind of say goodbye and open up a new chapter in life. What do you think was like the biggest inspiration for you, your 4 years in high school? You know, shouts out to United South. What up, Panthers? What do you think was the biggest inspiration for you there at?
That inspired me to like keep on going.
Right.
I think it was the start of the football videos, honestly. Yeah, because when I was in freshman, that's when I started getting into video, you know, and then my sophomore year I was barely getting into it. But I think that when I started doing football videos, a lot of people would come up to me and like, hey man, I really love your videos. Like, just the fact of people enjoying my videos, I think that was one of the best feelings ever in high school. And I think that's what I'm going to miss in high school, you know, just like going every Friday night and filming for the school, you know, not just the school, but for the community, you know, for them to see, and for them to remember 10 years from now, they're going to be able to go to YouTube and like the football players, they're going to show it to their kids. That's why I wanted to do it, you know, because I want the football players 10 years from now to go back at that video and show their kids like, damn, look, like that was me playing right there. Like, oh, look, I come out right there, you know. I think it was creating the football videos for my school. I think that was like the point that really, really inspired me the most.
You know, I played a little football in high school, and one of the things about the culture in high school is in high school football, and you know, maybe because it's the coaching staff, or there's sort of this this brotherhood, this bond that's built because you go through practices together, you cry together, you fight together, there's a bond that's really built through that. Do you think that culture is why those videos inspired you so much, because of that type of, you know, that bonding that you see, you know, that energy? I mean, I could see that through your videos. Like you have a lot of pride in your school. Like it was conveyed through your videos.
Honestly, I agree with you. I was inspired also by the football team, by the football coaches and the football players, you know, because I would also travel with them. You know, I wasn't there with them during the practices, but every football game, I was there with them. I would travel with them in the buses, and just the way the coaches would inspire them, you know, just how they would speak to them, you know, give them a motivational speech. That inspired me a lot, because not only do the coaches get inspired by the football players, but the football players get inspired by the coaches, you know, wanting to be like them when they grow up, you know. And I think that's one of the reasons why I also got motivated for the football videos, you know, and add that flavor to the football videos, you know, like that motivational or hustle, however you want to say, you know, to the videos.
Yeah, the hustle, the grind. So 3 weeks out, we were talking a little bit about what you've got planned up. So tell me, what's now, where
am I going after?
Where are you going? Well, let's backtrack, because we were talking. You did some work, right? And somebody saw your work, right?
Yes.
Who is this individual? That's Patrick.
That's my sister's friend in California. Yeah.
So Patrick, friend of your sister, California, sees your work, right? Mm-hmm. You're just posting.
Yes.
You're posting content, right?
Yes.
And your video falls in the hand of Patrick. Who's Patrick?
He's in the film industry, not a big person, not a producer, not a director in the industry, but he knows a lot of people that are able to, that he's able to get me into there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I did the motivational speech. He saw the motivational speech and he was inspired by it. He was like, wow, like this kid is really good. He saw my work and he was like, wow, like it's really good. He spoke to my sister and he was like, wow, like your brother's really good. And then it turned out to be that I was already going to LA in March to shoot a music video for the records. And my sister told him about me, and he was like, "Oh, okay, let's meet up. You know, let's have a meeting. You know, like so I can chat with him and like guide him. You know, like tell him a bit of how the industry works. Or you know that it doesn't matter how talented you are, because if you have a great story to tell, but if you don't have the contacts, if you don't have the people, you're not gonna be able to put it out there. You know? So he was like, "Hey man, I'll help you out with whatever you need." You know. So I was like, oh, fine, whatever, you know, I appreciate it a lot, man. So then he comes out to me that, oh, like, I'll help you with an internship at Universal Pictures. And I was like, wow, like, that's really good. And let me tell you, I have 2 boards in my room, you know, like my goals, right? And one of those boards, I wrote it down with a Sharpie, like, just wrote it down. Get called by Paramount or Universal Pictures before I graduate. And I was looking at it a day before I went to go give my motivational speech back in February. And I was like, damn, I'm close to graduating and I'm not going to achieve it. And that's something I really wanted to achieve. I knew it was way up here, you know, but I knew that I was going to be able to accomplish it, you know, but it was way up there. And I wrote it down with Sharpie. And then that happened, you know, the guy helped me out with the internship. Yeah, I get the call and then I posted on Twitter, like I started posting because I was just excited, you know. I was like, guys, like I wrote it down in Sharpie, you know, and like it just happened, you know. I was really excited. So he helped me out. I signed papers and everything. So the internship's going to be in October.
Okay, so it looks like we should be back on already. Yeah, let's make sure that we are back on. Okay. We should be live, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are. Just want to make sure we are live. Yeah, it looks like we are. Okay, so it looks like we're... Yeah, let's back on. Yeah, we're back on. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We promise we'll put this whole high-def video back together. So, we left off at a dream board.
Dream board, yes.
And for those of you that don't know what a dream board is, it's basically a board with goals and dreams and whatnot listed down of what you'd like to accomplish. Tell me a little bit about what else. I mean, unless your dream board is private, what do you have on your dream board?
So basically, I believe a lot in the law of attraction and the universe, you know. Not only that, because I mean, of course, it's not just law of attraction and it's just going to come to you, you know. You have to work for it, you know, and it's going to come to you, you know. I'm a big believer in that. So, and I've read a lot of books that if you write down your goals, if you write down your goals on a paper or on a board, and you work for it, they're gonna come true, you know. So what I have my daily goals, which is I need to go to school, I need to wake up at this time, I need to come with you, you know, I need to come at this time, I need to edit this video. So those are my daily goals. And I have my weekly goals. I have to deliver a video within by Friday or by Saturday. And then I have my monthly goals. By the end of the month, I need to reach this much amount of money to make my payments. I need to reach I need to finish 2 videos because that's my deadline, you know. And then I have my yearly goals, which is my 2018, which are graduating high school, being able to go to film school, you know. And then one of those was which it comes down to the yearly goals, was to get called by Paramount Pictures or Universal Pictures before graduating. And that one I wrote it down right there. And then I have my long-term goals, which is like 10 years from now, my 10-year term goal, you know, like I want to accomplish this much, be able to share a story with people through the art of film, you know, and have a lot of network with a lot of people so they can help me out to share the stories out there, you know. And then not only that do I have my goals, but I have quotes written down, you know, by which I live by. And I have 4 quotes, and those 4 quotes are from my dad, you know. And basically one of them is it's all sacrifice, you know. You have to sacrifice a lot to be able to accomplish your goal, you know. The other one is just keep going, you know, just keep going at it, you know. The other one is Ánimo al cuadro, which is basically means like just be positive, you know. Come on, like don't be sad. That's another quote I live by. And the other one is like I mean there's a bad word, and I don't know if you don't
No,
mind.
it's fine.
Hay que chingarle, you know. That's what my dad would always say, like hay que chingarle para poder alcanzar tus metas, ¿verdad? So those are the 4 quotes I live by, and I have on my board, and every time I wake up I see those 4 quotes. Like I need to live by these 4 quotes, you know. And not only that, but I also have my question why, like why am I doing this, you know? And I always answer that question every time I wake up. I look at the board, I see my daily goals, my weekly goals, my monthly goals, my yearly goals, my long-term goals, and why. Like why am I doing this? You know, like there always has to be a reason for why you're doing it, you know. And that's because I love what I do, you know. And why? Because I want to share emotions, memories with other people.
Absolutely. In one of your videos, motivational videos, you I think it's a quote. It may have been from your dad, but something that you heard, and it was if you want something done, or if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Yeah.
No matter what tools
Yeah.
you have at your disposal, whether you have a good camera, you have a bad camera in your case, whether we have really good internet,
Yeah.
or we don't, or whatever. Why is it important? I mean, and I've heard these and I've also heard this from like Gary Vee. It's just like, you know, it doesn't matter how good your video is. It doesn't matter what quality is. Just put it out there. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. And I started off because when I was 15, when like I was telling you before, I started filming for different companies, and I was filming with a Canon T5i. It wasn't the best camera, you know, and I was able to do it, you know, like I was able to produce. So I told everyone, like when people ask me like, hey man, what camera do you recommend? What editing software do you recommend? I tell them, do what you can with what you have. No matter what you have, no matter if you have a movie maker, no matter if you have a Canon T5i, or if you have a camcorder, I don't care what you have, dude. But if you're able to make something good out of that, you're a winner, you know? You're gonna be able to make bigger things with other bigger equipment, you know? So no matter what you have, just do it, you know? Just do what you can with what you have and just put it out there for people to see. Because if you never do it, people are never gonna notice your work, you know?
Absolutely. Just do it. Put content out there.
Yeah, and of course, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right. No, right? You get me? Like just don't do it just to do it. You know, like if you're gonna do something, do it right for people to enjoy. You know.
Put in your passion.
Put in your passion. Yes.
What do you think is, you know, you're not the regular 17-year-old I think that most people are used to. What do you think is the difference between, or what's needed for a younger generation out there to succeed, you know, as you're getting ready for your next chapter? I mean, I think you got it figured out, man. I mean, do you think that that's those 4 disciplines, you know, basically step out of your comfort zone, you know, passion, discipline, and I forgot commitment. Commit, passion, you know, and then of course, I just forgot
the dedication, commitment,
discipline.
Discipline, yes.
Yeah. So, do you think that's the key to?
I honestly think there's not really a key to success, and if there is one, it's love. You know, I want to tell all 17-year-olds, 16, any teenager in life. If you feel lost right now, it's okay, man. First, find what you love. Just find what you love. And once you find what you love, you'll be able to discipline yourself, commit yourself, and get out of your comfort. I mean, of course, to be able to find what you love, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You get me? You're not going to be able to stay there in your bed and just let things come to you, you know? So I think that the key to success is love. Just follow your passion and love what you do. If you don't love what you do, if you don't put the passion, you're not going to feel the commitment, you're not going to feel the dedication, or you're not going to discipline yourself to just keep going, you know? So a lot of people think differently, you know? So there might be a lot of different keys to success, but I personally think that it's love. First, find what you love, figure out what you love, and it's okay if you fail so many times. It's okay if it's going to take 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. You know, I really don't care if you take long to figure out what you love, but as long as you find it, you're going to be successful. You know, I think that's the key, just finding what you love.
You're getting ready to kind of say goodbye to Laredo, and again, who knows what happens once you get to LA. I think if LA's smart, they're gonna get a grip on you, and they're not gonna let you come back to Laredo. They'll probably hold on to you because of I feel like you've got so many gifts in the short time that I've known you. Are you scared about what's coming?
Yeah, honestly, yesterday I was driving I picked up my mom from work, and I was telling her like damn, like I'm scared, because it's something new in life. Yes, I have my 2 sisters in LA, but this is something else, like it's something new, like it's like if they just threw me out into, like I'm just throwing myself into the ocean, into the deep ocean. I mean, of course, I do have I've been able to network with different people, but I'm afraid of not being able to make it, and it's okay to have fear, it's okay to be afraid, because that to me, that motivates me even more, if I'm able to prove myself wrong, I'm going to be able to look at myself 10 years from now and be like, damn, I was scared, but that pushed me to keep on going forward, and reach my goals. So I would say that I am a bit scared, but the good scared, like I wonder what's gonna happen, am I gonna make it, am I not gonna make it? And if I don't, it's okay, things happen for a reason, but always stay positive, like of course don't just say that you're gonna make it, stay positive and know that you're gonna make it. You're gonna be scared. I'm gonna fail so many, I know for sure that I'm gonna fail so many times in LA. I'm not gonna make it the first year, I'm not gonna make it the second year or the third year, probably the 5th year, the 10th year, and I know that's part of life, so am I afraid of failure? Not really, but I'm afraid of not expecting not being able to accomplish what I want. That's what I'm a bit scared of. But it's part of life. It's normal.
Yeah. Failure, I think in many ways, it sucks.
Yeah.
Failing sucks, right? But I think one of the things that and what I'm excited for you about is not that I want you to fail. But when you do fail, is how you're going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Similar to, I mean, obviously you took a big L.
Yeah.
with your pops passing, but I think when you take L's, you really losses.
Yeah.
When you take losses, you really learn from those losses. It molds you. It builds character. And I think that's been one of the consistent messages that I've been getting from a lot of people that have been on the show, is that when they fail, they take that loss or that failure and they learn from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man, honestly, I love failure. I love failing. I don't know why, but I love failing, like I like it. I love it because I learn from it, like, oh shoot, like I felt like, damn, like this sucks, like damn, I feel bad, like, because I failed, like I lost, I was number 10 out of 100, or I was 100 out of 100, like I lost, but at the end of the day, I laid down and I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong right there? What was it? And I know my errors, I know my mistakes, so I just tell myself, okay, next time, put in more effort, work a little bit harder, and you're able to get there, So I love failure because I learned from it. I learned like a lot, and without failure, you won't be able to reach success. You won't be able to reach the top of the mountain. So I love failure. It's good. It's good.
So right now, as you're kind of getting ready to make this move, you don't have a regular job, right?
No. Freelance.
You have clients.
Yes.
And you're basically working for yourself.
Yes.
So what, as a young entrepreneur, because that's what you are.
Yes.
You have your own business. You're supporting yourself. What have you learned as a business person, or just is doing business?
Yeah.
What have you learned?
I would start off with doing every work that I do for any type of client, to do it with passion, you know, just to do it with passion. But besides that, like, it's talking a little bit besides passion, I think I've learned a lot networking, and I think I've been able to communicate with a lot of older people, you know, because my mom tells me, like, oh, like, you hang out with a lot of, like, older people, you know, like, you don't hang out with your typical teenagers, you know, like, oh, your friends are pretty old. And my friends told me, like, hey, bro,
You're
like,
hanging out with older people.
yes, my friends told me, like, hey, dude, like, you're always, like, up and down, like, you hang out with 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, and I'm like, hey, man, that's good, you know, because I'm able to network with them, you know, I'm able to learn from them, you know, and that's what I love, you know. I think that's one of the, besides passion, like, doing the work with passion for the clients, besides that, I think it's being able to network with different clients, you know, and learning from them, you know, what they've gone through or what they do, you know. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned with clients and working for other people as like a young entrepreneur, like you said.
Taking the knowledge, basically sucking up game.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
taking that game, wisdom.
Yeah, and like I told my mom, like, a lot of the clients that I filmed for, when I speak to them, they told me, like, hey, you're pretty young, you know. I remember when I was 15, I was like just playing around with people, you know. I was playing basketball. But what inspires me the most of a lot of people that I've filmed for is that they started from the bottom, you know, and now they're up there, you know, like they own big companies, and I'm like, damn, like, I want to be like them one day, you know, like they've made it, you know, like, I mean, they're probably still going at it, but they already have their company, and I think that's what inspires me from the clients.
Learning from the old dogs and taking those old tricks and,
Yes.
and applying
it to them. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so 5-10 years from now, I'd like to ask this question. If 5-10 years from now, what do you want where do you want to be in 5-10 years from now? Like, what's the next one on the dream board?
Yeah. I don't share this with a lot of people, but I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with people.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm like, get it out of them.
Yeah. Right now I'm 17. My goal is 10 years from now, by the age of 25, in between 25 and 27. It might sound crazy, you know, it might sound really, really crazy, to be able to make a movie, a big movie, and put it out there for people to enjoy all over the world, and be nominated for the Oscars. That's one of my ideas.
The ultimate goal is
By the
an
age of
Oscar.
27.
Yeah, by the age of 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes people are say you're crazy, but I
Yeah.
don't think you're crazy. I think that is a lot can happen in, you know, a week. A
Yeah.
lot can happen in a month. A lot can happen in a year, and most definitely 10. What do you want your legacy to be? I mean, I know maybe that's not something that you think about, but what do you want out of life? Like, what do you want your legacy to be? I know it's not an Oscar, I know it's not just making a movie.
Yeah.
What do you want people to remember about you? You know, Felipe Martinez.
Yeah.
What do you want them to remember about you when they think about you, you know, 20, 30 years from now, as you kind of say goodbye
Yeah.
to United South High School? What do you want them to remember?
I honestly want them to remember that how I inspired them, you know, how they were motivated by me. And not only that, but I want to be remembered like my dad, you know. I remember my dad like a very outgoing person. You never saw him sad, mad. He was always outgoing, you know. And I think that's how besides talking inspiration and motivational wise and filming wise, I really want people to remember me as like, he was a really great guy. You know, he was a really responsible, mature, and outgoing guy. I think that's how I want people to remember me, you know. And if you ask me, like, inspirational wise, I really want them to remember me as how I inspired them through the emotions I was trying to just show through my videos. You know, I think those are 3 reasons: being outgoing, mature, and responsible at a young age, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but also how I inspired them, you know, how I was able to leave something for them, you know.
Do you think you'll ever get tired of film?
No, never. Yeah, that's something I would never. That's something I do every day, and I never ever get bored of it. That's something I would love to do for the rest of my day. I would want to die filming while filming, because that's how my dad passed away playing baseball, and that was his passion. He passed away right when he was gonna swing. That's when he passed away. That's how I would love to pass out, like that, just fade away from earth. That's how I would want to just filming. I think that's how I would love to do it.
Yeah. Wow. I cannot tell you how cool this conversation has been. I want to play something for everybody. This is your demo reel.
My demo reel, correct.
So let's check it out, and here we go. F-Mark Pro. This got to be my favorite. The snow.
Yes.
Inspired, man.
Would you mind if I go live on my Instagram?
Yeah. What's that?
Would you mind if I go live on my Instagram?
Oh no, man, do it.
All
Do
right.
it. Go ahead.
'Cause I told my girlfriend she doesn't have Facebook, so I wanted her to see it.
She's totally welcome to kind of like get in here, get in on the action and stuff. So, hi, man. Looking at all those different shots. Which is your favorite?
I would say if I had to choose from one, I really love the snow one, honestly. It's just because it has never ever snowed. I mean, it snowed back in 2004, but that was the first time I experienced snow.
Right.
So I was really, I was like, wow, like this is something that happened in Laredo, So I think that's
like a once in a lifetime.
A once in a lifetime experience, yes.
Yeah, and tell me about that night, because it was snowing. It didn't start snowing. I think it was like 11ish where it started to really come down.
Until like 1 a.m, that's when it went.
And we're talking December 2017 here in Laredo, where first of all, it barely rains. It's always hot, and then we are blessed in December of 2017 with snow. What happened that night? Like, you just said, you know what, I'm gonna grab my cameras and just run outside.
Yeah, and it all comes back, like I was saying earlier, trying to make memories for people, because I know, like you said, this is something that doesn't happen often here in Laredo, so I really wanted to film this video because I knew I'm gonna leave Laredo, but I wanted to film this video for people who are gonna stay here in Laredo, or people who have lived here or who still live here, to look at it 15 years from now, and be like, damn, like it's crazy, just like how you probably looked at pictures back in 2004, like, wow, like this is when it snowed, like I remember these days. I wanted people to see it through video, on Facebook, because people are gonna look back at it a year from now or two, and they're gonna remember like, wow, like it's snowing in Laredo. I think that's one of the most. I think that's one of the things why I filmed while it was snowing, because I wanted people to see 10 years from now, like, damn, like it's snowing in Laredo. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the way you captured it in the quality that you captured it. When you were out there and you were filming, did you run into problems? I mean, because the video is just so well shot.
Yeah.
So, what What was that like? How was that whole editing process? Like, was it difficult to put that video together? What was your
Yes.
you know?
So basically, it started.
Let me work on picking it up, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, so it started at snowing like at 12 where I lived, and when it started snowing, I was like, hey, so shoot, like I need to film this, So I started writing what I was gonna film real quick. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna film. This is what I want people to see, and this is what I want to show in the video, So I wrote down several notes, and I posted, and so I wrote down, and then I went outside, and it was freezing cold. It was like freezing cold. I had shoes on, one pair of socks, and just jeans and like a regular shirt and a jacket, right?
Right.
And I went outside and I started filming. I think the problem that I faced was that I wasn't used to the cold, so it was really, really cold, and I was having trouble capturing the shots at the same time that I was shivering, because it was really, really cold.
It was.
Yeah.
It was incredibly cold. I mean, just going outside. I want to see where I'm looking for this video because I want
12/8/2017.
12/8/2017. I want to make sure that we do justice to this video. Hold on, because it's only giving me 8 months.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where are you, man? Because I think more importantly,
I think it's the documentary or the documenting of like just an event
Yes.
that is unprecedented
Yes.
for a community like us, and then what you're able to do and the feeling, it's almost like you're there.
Yeah.
Your experience just from the snow coming down to
nostalgia
play
of, like,
kind
how
of
it happened,
the nostalgia, man. Exactly, just like playing in the snow.
Yes.
And the want to kind of be in there.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and this is it's on your channel, right?
It wasn't that one, right? 12/8/2017.
let's see here.
I think it was probably a little bit to the top. I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm skipping it.
That one right there. I'm not sure.
12/8/17.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, there you go. So let's get to it.
So this is it, and I hope we're doing justice to this video.
Let's go with the volume.
So that's a little bit of what it was like that night, December 8th, 2017. In the streets of Laredo when the snow came down. And if you guys want to see more of these videos, youtube.com/fmartpro. That is F as in Felipe, MART Pro, PRO, on YouTube, at FMartPro on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
So you're branding it.
Yes.
FMartPro.
FMart Pro, everything. Yes, I try to brand it like that.
So, what do you got? What do you got planned next? When do you take off to?
August 19th. That's when I head off. School starts September 3rd.
Okay.
So that's when I'm going to start classes, and then, like I said, my goal is to, by the age of 25, 27, I'm able to accomplish that goal. And not only that, but be stable in LA, because you know how expensive it is. It's very, very expensive. So just be stable there in LA, be able to have my own apartment or my own house, and just have, if I'm able to have a family, just have it there in LA. That's one of my goals. That's another goal that I have, being able to be stable in California, and if I have my family, just have my family there with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so you're gonna be here the next 3 months.
Yes.
You're getting everything together. What do you think? Obviously, you're gonna be away a while, but what are you gonna miss the most? What do you think you'll miss the most about the city while you're out there growing yourself?
I honestly think the experience of filming for different people, you know, being able to get known here in Laredo, you know, because it's not a big city, you know, so you're able to get yourself out there pretty easy. So I think that's what I'm gonna miss, being able to get out there with different people and film for them, and not only that, but I think dates with my girlfriend. I think that's what I'm gonna miss the most. Being able to go out with my girlfriend or their friends, you know, I think that's what I'm really gonna miss, you know.
The social,
Yes.
your circle, man. Because again, it's a bond. It's a family affair, man. That's really what it is. You build with these people and you share experiences and dreams and goals with everybody. Last question.
Yes.
You know, do you think that if you fail, you don't make it, it doesn't happen, what do you do?
I'm gonna get back up, honestly. I'm gonna give myself 10 more years. I'm gonna give myself 10 more years.
So you're not stopping?
I'm not stopping. I honestly, I do have a plan B, but I try not to think about plan B, you know? I try thinking to that plan, and if it doesn't work out within these 10 years, you know, I'm gonna add 10 more years onto it by the age of 37, and let's see what happens after that. You know, if it doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna add 10 more years, you know, because I don't want to be like my father, but he was really, really good at playing baseball, and he had opportunities of playing baseball in Mexico, in the Mexican leagues, you know, but he didn't do it because he was just afraid of leaving the family behind. And I don't want to grow up, and I don't want to be 50 years old and telling my kids like, hey, like I had the opportunity to make a movie. I had the opportunity to work for big production companies. I had the opportunity to do this, and I didn't do it. You know, I don't want to be 50 and telling my grandchildren or my kids that when I'm able to do it, you know, I can be 50 and be able to tell them like, hey son, like, hey, you know what, these are tough times, but let's go at it, you know, like just push through with me, you know, like we're gonna make it, you know. That's what I want to tell them. I don't want to look back 10 years from now and be like damn, like I didn't make it, you know, or I could have, but I stopped, you know. So that's why I told everyone, if you fail, get back up and just keep going at it. Like I don't know, like I just get really furious of people who just stop, you know, when they're really good at something and they just stop. Like, no dude, like just keep going no matter what. Like that's something that I've always told myself. No matter what happens, just keep pushing forward. Just keep going at it no matter what happens. Keep pushing forward. Just keep swimming, you know, just keep
chasing keep chasing your passion.
No matter what happens in life, honestly. And like I tell them, like if your dad passed away, if your mom passed away, if you get a divorce, if you lose your kid, or whatever happens in life, just try to find yourself, take a break, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and get back up and keep pushing at it, you know, just keep going at it.
I gotta say, the 17, the epitome of entrepreneurship and positivity, sitting right next to me. Man, I don't think you're not going to make it. Matter of fact, I think you're going to make it. And I wish you nothing but success, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nothing but success for you, because you are, you're going to make us all proud in this city. You know, the hustlers love it just to see one of us make it.
Yes.
You know, they will support you.
Thank you.
And you got my support. You got the city's support. And it's tough because you gotta go forward and you can't look back.
You can't look back. Yeah. You
gotta keep going forward. So face your fears. Face what's coming for you.
Yes.
And it's I think it's in your destiny, brother. I think that's you know God's weird way of saying, I needed to take this big piece of you so that you could be even bigger.
Even bigger, yes. I agree with you. And about what you said, don't look back. I recommend everyone, like whatever you're going through, keep going at it and just don't look back, because sometimes I'm in my room editing and I look at pictures with my dad and I want to cry, but it's like, no, dude, like you can't cry because you have this video to finish, you know, like just keep going at it, you know, like that's a small example, right? But just, it reminds me of not crying, because if I cry, I'm looking back and I'm not going to be able to finish that project that I have to finish. So just don't look back and keep pushing forward, you know?
You're going to make all of us proud, brother. Thank you for coming on the show.
No, thank you.
Brother.
Appreciate it a lot. Appreciate you.
Felipe Martinez at FMartPro. The boy is tagged on the live stream. Make sure you connect with him on Facebook. Check out all of his videos. And of course, say a prayer from a man who's getting ready to open up a new chapter in his life. You're going into the big leagues, bro. You're just going in swinging. So really excited to see.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for your future. So make sure you connect with them at FMartPro. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching. Our sponsors, Family Chevrolet, Family Nissan, for supporting Grow Yourself and future entrepreneurs. And remember, keep on growing yourself. Never stop learning, never stop loving, never stop chasing your passion. Keep on dreaming and chasing those dreams. Thanks for watching, each and every one of you. Felipe, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Any shout outs, man?
To my mom and just to my mom, you know, my mom and everyone who has supported me in general, any clients, anyone who has given me good vibes. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot.
Positive vibes, man. Y'all have a great and beautiful rest of your week. We will see you on the next one. Grow yourself. We're done. We're out of here.
Thank you.
Laredo, are you ready for the biggest sale of the year? At Family Chevrolet, we just got our hail money and have over $1.8 million to give in extra discounts. Right now, get 0% on select models for 60 months or 2.9% for 72 months on all 2018 hail-dented vehicles in stock. You heard it, 0% for 60 months, 2.9% for 72, plus additional hail discounts. There's never been a sale like this before. Up to $12,000 in discounts on select 2017 and 2018s in stock. The sale goes on until the last hail unit sells. Hurry in and save big. Laredo, are you ready for the biggest sale of the year? At Family Nissan, we just got our hail money and have over $1.8 million to give in extra discounts. Right now, get 0% for 60 months or 1.9% for 72 months on all 2018 hail-dented vehicles in stock. You heard it, 0% for 60 or 1.9% for 72 months, plus additional hail discounts. There has never been a sale like this before. Up to $12,000 in discounts on select 2017 and 2018s in stock. This sale goes on until the last hail unit sells. Hurry in and save big.